Hello and a warm welcome to the show. I'm Stalia Stremska and you're watching Pulse of Culture. Today we're exploring the eastern Polish city of Lublin, long associated with the magical, the mysterious and the unexpected.
Historically, Lublin was considered something of a provincial backwater. But with 3 international universities and growing interest in tourism, it's quickly becoming a cultural pearl in Poland's crown. Its connection to magic runs deep. From the literary worlds of Nobel laureate Isaac Bashevis Singer to an international festival of contemporary circus arts. And yes, even a furry convention.
In Lublin I like the old town and here is a lot of lovely people. And we are here because it's a lot of events, like Carnival now.
I've come here to see one of the few castles.
The old town, once quiet after dusk, now buzzes with cozy cafes and hidden courtyards. While Lublin Castle, freshly restored, gleams like a beacon on the hill. So come along as we uncover the charm, whimsy, and cultural pulse of one of Poland's most surprising destinations.
Since 2008, Lublin has been home to Karnawał Sztukmistrzów, an international festival of circus, acrobatics and clowning, earning the city a reputation for magic and creativity. Our reporter Karolina Szapland was on the ground while the world's best highliners were walking above the city skyline.
I'm at Lublin Crown Tribunal, where highliners from across the globe are ready to walk that line high above the square. And talking with me is Michał Głos, Lublin born and bred highliner. So, Michał, could you share with our viewers, what does it feel like to be up there?
So it's a very special time in the year when we can be on the highlines over the streets of Lublin. It's really not a typical place to rig a slackline. It's special to be allowed to do it between all the historical buildings of Lublin.
This urban highline festival is one of the accompanying events of Lublin's Karnawał Sztukmistrzów. How long you've been living here in Lublin and what do you make of this festival of Sztukmistrze here in Lublin?
I've been living here for 4 years now and this is actually my first time experiencing the circus act and it looks amazing and magical. I really like it.
Why Lublin, you might ask? Well, this city had a long association with magic and magical art, as the director of this festival, Iwona Kornet, proudly attests. So, Iwona, can you share with us and with our viewers why this festival of new circus acts here in Lublin?
Well, Lublin is famous from the novel of Isaac Bashevis Singer's Magician from Lublin. So the name of the festival is inspired by this book, and the main character of this book, Jasza Mazur, who was a circus artist and thief. And here in Lublin we had a strong community of the circus artists, and for 16 years we organized here this festival. It grew and grew, and we are very happy that each year we can host here lots of international artists.
From the cobbles to the clouds, Karnawał Sztukmistrzów continues to defy gravity. And here in Lublin, just for a few days, the magical becomes the everyday. For TVP World, I'm Karolina Szapland.
Here in Lublin, Jewish and Polish history are closely connected. The city's past is both rich and tragic, and today it's seeing a cultural revival that includes rediscovering its Jewish roots. Our reporters spent the weekend there to learn more.
The history of Jewish settlement in Lublin reaches back further than the city itself. Before the Second World War, Lublin's Jewish community was one of the most vibrant and prosperous in Poland. Its heart was the Jewish quarter, stretching from the Grodzka Gate into Podwale. Jews, after all, were not permitted to live within the city walls. All of this came to a traumatic end in 1939 with the systematic extermination of a people and the destruction of their cultural and physical heritage. Until the early 1990s, when a group of Polish enthusiasts stepped through Grodzka Gate to stir the ashes in search of what could still be found.
So we are at the Grodzka Gate and Theatre Center. This is a cultural institution in Lublin. We deal with history, Jewish history of Lublin, but also multicultural history of Lublin. This place was established as a theatre, and until today, it is a very theatrical place. We tell the story of Jewish Lublin, one that was destroyed and murdered.
Today, the Grodzka Gate NN Theatre educates students.
We're here with the Holocaust Educational Trust, and we're in Lublin in particular to gain a better sense of the place where the Holocaust happened and a better understanding of Jewish life before and after the Holocaust.
Synagogues and stores and people.
It also publishes the works of Lublin's most famous Jewish son, the 1968 Nobel Prize laureate, Isaac Bashevis Singer.
2 years ago, together with the local tourism bureau, Metropolia Lublin, we published the very first translation of The Magician of Lublin, the most famous book by Isaac Bashevis Singer, for the first time translated directly from Yiddish into Polish by Professor Monika Adamczyk-Garbowska.
Cobblestones from the obliterated Jewish quarters, salvaged and displayed, return tangible traces of the vanished world to the public eye. But that's not all. After 4 decades without a functioning Jewish community, a place of worship has returned to Lublin. Once a global center of Hasidic life, the city now has a synagogue again. And a little bird tells us it may soon host its first Jewish wedding in generations, a sign of renewal, of life returning.
Lublin isn't just charming in its urban character, with its historic old town, vibrant cultural scene and lively coffee shops. It also offers a true taste of the Polish countryside. Just beyond the city walls, you'll find rolling fields, traditional villages and the authentic rustic life that defines Eastern Poland.
Just beyond the city walls, Lublin reveals its more rustic side. Here, you'll find a traditional Polish farmers' market, where homegrown, organic fruit and veg are in abundant supply. Some produce is unique to Central Europe, like sorrel, dill, and horseradish. And the locals know just how special it is to have fresh, locally grown comestibles, especially in an age dominated by processed supermarket fare.
Whatever grows in my field, I bring here, all from the hamlet of Światłowo.
I came here today to the farmers' market because everything is so fresh here. It's so vibrant. Everything here is pleasing.
Today purchases are dill, tomatoes, aromatics for my home fermented cucumbers, and obviously fresh horseradish. I buy from our local suppliers because I value freshness.
And if that's not enough, why not step a little further to the Muzeum Wsi Lubelskiej, the Museum of the Lublin countryside. Its director welcomes you most wholeheartedly.
The Museum of the Lublin countryside is an unusual place, a special place. Some say that this is a magical place, and it truly is. Young people say it's a bit like going back in time. We like to say that we transport you to the bygone days. In our museum, you can find old, relocated buildings where our ancestors used to live. Cottages from the truly olden days, but we also have a manor house from Żyżno. We have an Orthodox church on site.
Znajdziemy tutaj nie tylko
Here, you can not only experience old buildings and surround yourself with history, but see historical breeds of farm animals. We have horses, rabbits, and a very unusual sheep breed called Świniarka. So I welcome you wholeheartedly to the Museum of the Lublin countryside, and I promise you won't regret coming here.
So, while the sheep loll about, rabbits gambol, and horses neigh, come and experience the true hospitality of Lubelszczyzna.
And now it's time for Culture Beat, and we're starting with something special for fans of the visual arts. The year 2025 in Poland is dedicated in particular to Olga Boznańska. If you're spending your summer in Gdańsk, be sure to visit the Abbot's Palace, where you can now admire the works of this outstanding Polish painter. And right alongside Boznańska's masterpieces, you'll also find works by Polish masters such as Malczewski, Wyspiański and Fałat. And of course, we have to zoom in on yet another summer music festival here in Poland. Pol'and'Rock Festival is a one-of-a-kind event held in Czaplinec in the country's northwest.
Now in its 31st year, this festival, Pol'and'Rock, has become somewhat of a pilgrimage for its loyal community. And we're here with one such group. Well, could you explain to us and tell us all about your crew of mates?
Our crews from all over Poland, from Kraków, Poznan, Tychy, and other places. We come together to have a good time, and we've been waiting for this festival all year.
So, do you remember your first iconic Polish Woodstock?
Yes, I remember first festival in Żary and the concert Blenders. It was dust, but great fun, and it was great experience.
Yes, and we made a team during the COVID time, because after the COVID, when the first festival started, we met each other and we start to be like a friend, and we are meeting each other together.
But what is this festival all about? Well, it's a way of saying thank you to all people who supported Poland's biggest fundraising initiative, the Great Orchestra of Christmas Charity, which collects money for public health initiatives. And its founder, Jerzy Owsiak, spoke to us earlier to explain why this event is called the Polish Woodstock.
In 1969, Michael Lang held the first Woodstock Festival in the United States, and in 1994 I went there with a camera to film it. The next year we were holding the first Przystanek Woodstock in Poland, and Michael Lang flew down to be here with us. That's what the magic of this festival of ours is all about. We do what people elsewhere in the world can't anymore. We bring people together. We're doing something marvelous, and that's why people want to come down and be here with us. This little thing is called Pol'and'Rock Festival, and I'm its president.
This festival is a culmination of a fundraising activity where money is collected for public health needs. And in this spirit, festival hosts a public health zone where festival goers can come and assess their health needs for free. And I'm talking to Dr. Michał Szczerba, a dermatologist. Michał, so what festival goers are hoping to achieve by coming to you?
We're hoping to raise awareness and to educate patients about their diseases, their symptoms. We're helping them to get the diagnosis, or at least push them to the point where they can be diagnosed in specialist hospitals or outpatient care practices.
So a normal medical practice in a very unusual setting.
Yes, pretty much.
But Pol'and'Rock is much more than free hugs, astrophysics lecture. It's above all half a week of free musical festival with metal bands playing like the one behind me, Dope from New York. For TVP World, I'm Karolina Szapland.
And that's a wrap for this episode of Pulse of Culture. Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for more.